Warning. Hashtag DDP Live is for an adult audience. Hashtag DDP Live may contain material that may be unsuitable for sensitive ears. If you are easily offended, run to your panic room now. Listener discretion is highly advised.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
It is the hashtag DDP Live coming here live to you tonight from the Longbox.FM studios. Brought to you, of course, by Riley's Brewing. Woo! Thanks, Riley's. And thanks, Cotty, for showing up here tonight.
I thought I'd grace you with my presence.
Yeah, that's cute. Every week. By the way, we're late every week just because of her. Just so the audience knows, 7 o'clock comes and goes. It's because Cotty just came out after doing makeup, and now she needs to make the drink. And then she needs to go outside for a few minutes. So, thanks, babe. Thanks, babe. Tonight, dude, we got a show. We got a lot of stuff that we're gonna do. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. No game tonight. We're doubling up on topics. But before we get to all that, let me talk about events coming up. Next week, we got Art Silva, the Artourage, coming in. We're gonna be talking with Corey Feldman as well. Yeah, Lost Boys doing it up here in the studio for the Friday the 13th show going on with Corey Feldman and the girls, the Angels.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be hosting that, too.
You're going to be hosting.
Yeah, so I get to hang out with some Angels that night.
He's the last Corey left. Like, you got to
right.
jump
Hames,
on that.
Hames gone, right?
Yeah, not so much. Not so much anymore.
I'm going to write that down as a question. What's it like to be the last Corey?
So open with that one.
I will.
Like that's a bad one. I feel like maybe not. I rescind.
Oh, God. Well, we got tickets for that. We're going to give away tonight as well as next week. So if you are interested in going to that show, being a part of that, and seeing that show, I think you can read through it. To see that show, you'll want to be listening to get your tickets. It will be worth it that night. Also, the deal is still open. Riley's Brew Pub is giving away a free burger for anyone who wants it.
Burgers.
All you got to do is send either myself or Dan Riley or Riley's Brew Pub. I'll never say that right. Your name and your address so we can mail you something. You're not going to be put on a mailer. You're not going to start getting coupons for a chance to get on Expedia and change your Equifax report. You're not going to get any of that crap.
Freeze your credit.
You are just going to get a free burger, and you might get lucky enough to do it with Dan himself. He's a lot of fun, especially eating with him. He's polite. He closes his mouth while he chews.
So what's the email? What do I do?
Send me your info, or send Dan Riley, or send Riley's Brew Pub on Facebook. Yeah, you went free food, dude. I know you're
on it.
You're an artist, man. You free food? What? Where?
Yeah, I'm there. 7 a.m. Let's do it.
It's funny how artists are all the same. They
all want the free food.
I'm on it. Let's do this. Oh man. So before I get to tonight's show, let's get to things that we learned this week.
Now, it's time to showcase what we have learned in the last week.
Anthony, hit it up.
Well, after watching, Bricks, your movie that you made, I never realized how many people really are into, can we say it, Legos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. I'm not sure if we can associate those two or not.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Yeah, but it's not just Legos anymore now. It's Minecraft, it's moved on, and it's just, the community for Legos. Actually, I looked up a video. I guess they have like a Lego convention.
Sure.
And somewhere.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Oh, and they're just thousands of people there.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to me that, something that I loved when I had a tub of Legos and I was a kid too. So it was like, it's nice to see that it's still alive,
This is, it's very much reminiscent of our childhood, like this sort of age, whatever age this is, within plus minus 10 years of me, probably.
Yeah.
And so those people are just super into it. And I don't think anyone thinks about Lego with anything but like, I kind of want to do that right now. I mean, the whole stepping on them thing, aside from that, like it's 100% positive. So
that's actually something that I love Legos, but I could not bring myself to just buying Legos. I'm in your 30s. That's just weird, right?
Sure.
But then I knocked up a girl intentionally till I could get Legos.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then you realize they'll eat them, so it was like a 4-year waiting process.
That is
point.
a long con.
Yeah.
Like you are in it for the
his mom's not a part of the picture anymore. I still got the kid, but I got you saw the Lego pile.
No.
Yeah.
It's quite emphatically stated in your room over there. I think it's a great idea.
I want to have like DuckTales. The big storage with all the coins, but they're all just Legos, and I could dive into it.
Dude,
That
I
sounds
read a thing
painful.
about the dude who made DuckTales, the theme song, and how long he worked on it, and all that stuff, and how many languages it's been put into, and it's insane. It was on Reddit or whatever, like 2 weeks ago, and the DuckTales theme song is like that's a cultural icon.
It's still going on strong today.
Yeah. You can't hear the words without doing the
I'm
thing.
instantly thinking about it right now.
So, since we got you on mic, and for those who were just listening along, it's Justin. Is it
McAleece.
McAleece?
Justin
Okay.
McAleece.
I should have asked you before the show started. I thought that.
Yeah.
Justin, you are the director-writer?
Co-writer. So I wrote it with my brother and my, at the time, wife, and I directed
for
it.
you.
Yeah.
At
There
the
you go.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that was a thing. That happened.
we all have one of those. I got a kid and Legos out of it. Did you learn
I got a
anything this
movie.
week? Did you sign off the rights?
To be determined.
Did you learn anything this week?
I did completely not have anything to do with Lego. I learned, so I was going down like 99, coming back home from LA or whatever, and I saw a dude in an X-Type, like a sweet-ass Jag, and I was like, he was like 65 or something, and I was like, damn, that old guy, like that car's really wasted on that guy. That's too bad that like that car has to be in that dude's, gnarled ass hands. Like, what's he gonna do with it? And then I thought about it too, and I was like, if I see like a 30-year-old in that car, I'm like, I hate that guy. That guy can go to hell. He doesn't deserve that car. He's too young. Like, he got his money, like bitch ass money from his dad or whatever it was. And like, I realized that I don't want to see anyone in an X-Type. Like, I'm the only person. If I look in the mirror and it's me, then I'm happy. Everyone else,
Everyone hates
total FOMO. Yeah. No.
You seem to have the same rage that I have with the lotto. Why is it only old people win the lottery? What are they going to do with the money? Buy stuff on QVC?
Oh, it's so good. QVC? You kidding me? If you won the lottery, you wouldn't just sit at home and just call in and get the last one for $49.95.
No, I would.
No, you wouldn't. It's terrible. It's a terrible idea.
I would do my own TV show without cameras or recording equipment. I would just pay people on the street to do random stuff.
Yeah.
Like, can you drop deuce right there? I'll give you $400. And then
$400 for
the next
deuce.
person, will you pick it up with your bare hands for $500?
When does that turn into prostitution? Like, how far from that initial idea?
Penetration?
Okay, that's the line.
Whoa.
That makes
All right.
sense. No, I'm just saying, like, literally,
So,
if you're
hand stuff's
asking,
fine,
if you're asking a dude to pick up shit, like, how is that much different than having sex with you? I just don't, like, I'm asking for a friend. I want to know when that transition
For a
happens.
friend.
One requires penetration and one doesn't. I guess
Now,
Chris
I think
is right.
I think the other question is, what do you do during sex?
Try to not pay for it. That's what I'm getting at.
Don't shake his hand.
Yeah.
That's gross. I'm not talking about any of that stuff.
Cotty, my love, you learned something this week?
Sort of.
Uh-oh. Okay, here we go.
I learned that Sam Elliott is not the Dos Equis guy. I still don't really know who he is. I just know he's not the Dos Equis guy.
Wow.
There's so many layers on this one.
There are more questions there than microphones in this room.
Cotty doesn't see race. That's what we learned already. Okay? Yeah, but
Which is why the original Dos Equis guy was totally a white dude.
he was?
Yeah, because I saw a whole interview with him, and he's like, I don't know why they picked me. White as the wind-driven snow. I am not a Mexican, dude.
So I'm so racist that I just see everyone as Mexican.
It's called being a Californian. It's different.
Beaner goggles.
All right, I got something I learned this week. It was we have a birthday coming this Friday. Cotty here is turning almost old. She's hitting 29. You've got one last year on this.
God.
Nice.
So as we're heading towards the birthday, she dropped a little nugget of knowledge on me, a hint that I took. I realized as a hint, and I made sure to remember this.
Okay.
I got a text one day going, "Oh, my one of my office workers got a really beautiful bouquet of flowers delivered, and everybody's talking about it, and they're judging based off other bouquets and all that. When are you going to get me flowers?" And I was like, I guess I got to get you flowers now, right? So I went ahead and I put in a little order to have flowers delivered to her this Friday while she's at work. So, and the biggest bouquet I could afford for like $20 on Pro Flowers.
Nice.
And so it's being sent there. Then I find out Cotty's not going to go to work on Thursday or Friday. This is why I don't buy you flowers.
That's not why.
Yeah.
So
All right, tonight's show, you can participate in many ways. We have the Skype active, Longbox.FM. On that, you can hit us up. We're checking it out on the YouTube right now. I see Kenneth is hashtagging Beaner Goggles because that's Kenny.
Yep.
solid term.
We're also watching on the Facebook Live feeds, and then you can always call in, 492-0450, which is important because we're going to have that opportunity later on in the show for you to get tickets to Friday the 13th to see Corey Feldman and the Angels just, drive that train right all over that stage at Fulton 55. God, it's going to be so much fun. Tonight's show, we are going to be talking about, of course, Brick Madness here with Justin. We're going to go through all the experiences he's been going through lately. He is promoting the tour and trying to find a way to get the rights back from his ex and all the important things that go along with movie making. Plus, we have a little topic that popped up this weekend. If you've listened to my show in the past, the old Dirty Dowdy podcast, every time we had artists on, we would ask the question, artist versus promoter versus venue. What is wrong? What is right? What needs to be fixed? So I have a couple years' worth of experience on that. A lot of awesome answers, responses from so many people that's come through. And we've always done it in a way that we don't ask you to name names or let's just keep it clean. This is a new show. Cleanliness is not going to be my strength here. Justin, the guy who did music for your movie, Cockamamie Jamie, one of my favorite guests ever on the show, popped off on the internets with a little comment that got people upset, and then I shared, and then threatening messages came in from said individuals being under attack. And that just started that train. And there was a video, and there was just so much fun, and we're going to get into that, plus to actually try to find something healthy out of all of this. It will be interesting, and I'm expecting a call or a comment from the two the dirtbags that were a part of this.
Yes.
So just to have myself prepared, I have the special little envelope here.
What do you got there? What's on
I call
that?
this the kill shot. So if they want to get involved, that's fine. But I'll pull this out, and then we'll see how far down the rabbit hole we really want to go on this. I take threats seriously. It's fun. So the lawyer drew up the document, got everything ready that I need to have. We are set. Dowling and Aaron.
American Sniper.
It's great. I found this because they sent me a cease and desist. So now I'm a client of theirs.
You didn't even just go out and buy a new one? You just recycled it?
I feel like the intricacies of the law in America may be lost on you. I don't think that's how that works.
I get cease and desist letters sent to myself from myself. They have a really cute chick who delivers them. What are you supposed to... I mean, come on.
What?
Coming up.
Flowers.
We have the Clambake. Anthony's going to grace us with that. We're going to take a quickie break. No time for you listening live to go pee. Just crack open that next beer and be ready for this. It is
fridge.
Hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM. You're listening to the Hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM. Hashtag DDP Live here at Longbox.FM Studios, brought to you, of course, by the birthday boy today himself, Dan Riley and Riley's Brewing.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm going to send him some flowers. A couple days old used ones, but whatever, Maybe I'll reroute it. He won't get the card. He won't understand why. It's a fun thing between us. We'll have a good time with that.
Hey, it'll be the same town.
Yeah. Get out of here. Connie.
Bye.
Remember, if you want to participate tonight, 492-0450, and if you're one of the dirtbags who want to participate, I got Kill Shot ready to fire.
Oh, man.
Get at it.
Let's
Come
do
on.
it. No, I'm fired
Oh.
tonight. This is good.
We're fired up.
Yep.
Do it. I don't even know the guy. I want to see him show up on your doorstep.
No, we just want him to call in. We don't want him to show up.
Oh, no? I want
Well, starting off with the news tonight, Chris, when you think of a terrorist, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Well,
Oh my god.
wow.
Too much?
Already.
All he's saying is, no, I mean, I had offense to that because usually the bombs don't even go off.
No, my terror was actually trained. He got his BA and then blew up.
BA in bombonomics.
Why would you get the paper if
Bombology,
you're just going to
actually.
blow up?
Well, according to Great Valley Academy out of Modesto, they actually think a 5-year-old kindergartner little boy is a terrorist. So a Modesto family is actually pushing back against this elementary school because they suspended him for making terrorist threats.
Well, look at that kid. He is a terrorist. Dude, he's got stab-ready pencils. The way he's looking at you like,
Yeah.
I am going to lay Legos all around your bed tonight, Mom, because you didn't give me the extra snack. Yeah, terrorist.
Home Alone status. Well, it was the third week of school, right? And the teacher said, okay, it's time to take our backpacks off. And he's like, no, I can't take my backpack off. And the teacher asks him why. He says, oh, because there's a bomb in here. And if I take it off, it's going to blow up.
It's called pretend.
Yeah.
That's
like
called
most
an
kids, they do,
imagination.
they say the floor's lava too, right?
Oh, shit, the floor's lava?
Everybody up?
Oh,
There we go.
hold on. Damn,
I'm up.
this sucks.
Well, I guess the teacher searched the backpack. Of course, she didn't find anything.
He's
sent
5.
That's weird.
Yeah, because he's 5. How weird, right?
What a liar.
And so he
What? That kid's full of it.
I know, it wasn't even a clock, right? Like, at least it wasn't,
We're most disappointed in the fact that you lied.
Well, he got sent home with a 1-day suspension.
What the really?
That's
Yes.
Success. That's what success sounds like.
And so the parents are like, well, why? And is he getting suspended? It's going to go on his record. And they're saying that he. Now I'm going to go.
Suspended for terrorist threats in
Exactly,
kindergarten.
yeah.
That's one to watch out for.
Pretty soon he's blowing up planets.
So they're saying that he violated the school code when he intentionally engaged in harassment, threats, and intimidation. The letter also says that
The faculty member.
No,
You're clearly talking about the faculty
talking
member.
about the
Threats,
5-year-old
intimidation,
kindergartner.
and yeah, no, not so much.
But the parents pointed out that this policy is through grade 4 through 12, which
They're finding loopholes.
yeah,
What kid? How old? What grade is the kid in?
kindergarten. He's 5 years old.
Yeah. Those parents just got a lotto ticket.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm going to send Desmond to school with a bomb. I want to get paid, right?
Yeah.
Not
No?
sure that's how it would work out.
Well, we'll see.
Well, yeah. The first letter you thought it would end. It's actually they sent a second letter.
Oh, okay.
After they sent back saying how the policy only applies to 4 through 12, the school officials then just sent a letter saying he made terroristic threats. Straight up. In the quotation of the letter, it said, your child made terroristic threats.
How? Can he even spell his name yet?
If you can't write in cursive, you can't make a threat. That's what I think it is.
I understand we think ICE is a lot of backwoods morons that couldn't do anything. I mean, they're banging goats on the side while contemplating blowing children up. But this kid is not going... No, I'm out on this. This is dumb.
Yes. It's
Thanks,
100%.
Modesto.
Now I know not where to go and taking my child to school.
Modesto. guest.
So I'm sure a lot of you guys heard of it. It's been on Facebook. I think even Chris shared a video of it, of a robber trying to rob the Starbucks on
my God.
99 in Herndon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
and
guys
he's suing back or whatever.
Well,
Was that
yeah.
that thing?
That's that thing.
Yeah.
So, we're just going to do a little recap. He was wearing an Optimus Prime mask. He had a fake toy gun and a knife with a bag. And he goes in there demanding, of course, the money from the till. When a 55-year-old Samaritan comes up with a chair, hits him over the back of the head with the chair. It's all in the video.
Yeah.
Then they have like a little tussle. The Samaritan manages to get the knife out of the guy's hand and stab him, I believe, 17 times.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Nice. He went hacksaw Jim Duggan on him and then took it to town. Good for him.
Yeah. So,
But he's trying to sue the guy? Is that thing, or is this different?
No, that's
right?
the thing. So the guy who was stabbed 17 times is now suing or trying to sue the 55-year-old.
Oh, this is the guy that got
stabbed? This is the
stabbed?
guy that got stabbed. You can even see the stab wounds in the side
He
of the neck.
looks like a
right
hell
here.
of a
You
dude,
can
though. He
see
looks
the
like a
meth.
nice guy. You
Yeah.
can see the meth, like
Yeah.
like the pixelization is actually just meth stuff floating away from him.
Pixelated meth. Okay.
So he's being charged right now with second-degree robbery
And first-degree stupidity.
Yeah.
with a deadly weapon, and he's currently in Fresno County Jail. But that doesn't prevent his mama from speaking out for him. So according to after speaking with
My baby got stabbed.
she's calling it excessive force.
Yeah.
She's saying, her kid did a bad thing, but stabbing him in the neck 17 times, I guess, is too much.
Too much? Too much?
12 was fine.
Yeah, 12. There's a limit of 8 to 12, I believe.
Exactly.
So, now after speaking with him in jail, he's saying that the reason why he was
with a chair.
Whoa. What was that?
what was that?
With the chair?
With
He stabbed him in the neck with the chair. That's not the audio I was looking to play. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the reason why he was driven to, do this whole robbery thing is because I guess he had a motorcycle accident where he got addicted to opioids.
Yeah, he was on meth. Just say it. He was on meth.
You were close. Meth and, opioid
Meth
addiction.
amphetamines?
Yeah. His mom, I got some of the audio.
No compunction whatsoever to use those weapons against her. So he never ran for those two exits. And I'm going to show the video over and over so everybody can see there's daylight to the right and there's daylight to the left. He had two escape routes he could have left the minute that chair hit him in the back, but he didn't. He did not, Mrs. Trementi. He instead went after the man who tried to stop the robbery.
He went
didn't.
for the one in the back.
That hype
Look
man.
at the
He did,
video.
and the barista is actually...
So I'll post this video up on the website.
That girl
I
knew the
saw-
word barista, though. Like, just hold on for just a second. She came out with barista on that track.
But I found her number.
Are you going to go?
I was trying to get a hold of her to see if I could do an interview with her, but I didn't think she would take me seriously. So I was going to send it over to a Longbox.FM exclusive interview with Jeffy Potato. So we'll see if I can get some of that down the road here.
You're afraid of her taking you seriously, and you're going to do the character of Jeffy Potato.
Character? He is a character in a sense. Yeah. Shh! Don't pull back the curtain.
He's an associate.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Sorry, yeah. And you're going to send Jeffy Potato at her, huh?
I pay him more than you. Go with the next story.
He gets paid.
Shut up.
I work in IT, and I see a lot of things. A lot of security is a big concern, with a lot of people lately. One of these new ransomwares where they basically take control of your computer and say, hey, pay up, usually in money, bitcoins.
Would it be beef jerky? What else would they pay with?
No, I think he's got a point.
I got a point here because there's actually a new ransomware coming out called N-Ransom that doesn't want you to send money. They want you to send at least 10 nudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Any nudes?
Gotta do your homework.
any nudes.
Oh, okay.
10 nudes. Right there. So as you can see, we at least 10 nude photos of you and verified that the nudes belong to you. Once verified, we will give you the unlock code.
Do you take a Polaroid of yourself naked and then a Polaroid of you holding that Polaroid of yourself naked while you're naked as proof? Is that like the newspaper thing?
Inception News.
Why is the email 1 kill yourself 1?
Because it sounds threatening.
Yeah.
This is all done on the internet, right? Did you know that there are nudes on the internet? If you just type in, just search in.
They misspelled immediately.
That's where you're
Come
going.
on, guys. Come on, guys. Get it together.
I can't take them serious now.
Well, yeah, it's
Immediately.
In the middle of the sentence, we will not respond immediately. We'll get around to looking at your naked ass eventually.
I just don't understand, like, who do they think is going to be using a computer? It's going to be generally, fat neckbeards. They're going to be getting some...
How do they verify...
What?
How do they verify the nudes are you?
I think you have to ask. You think you have to get encrypted by this, and you know what? You can figure that out for us.
You do a nude with a newspaper. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You date it. It's just proof. It's you.
Okay,
Speaking of wieners,
I don't know why.
I knew there was a sound coming. I knew there was no chance that there wasn't a sound clip coming after that.
You have the sixth sense of knowing when sound clips are coming up.
I don't know why that one. Okay, go ahead.
Well, killing my segue. Speaking of wieners, Anthony Weiner is getting 20.
Sorry.
Oh God, thanks. 21 months in prison for sending basically dick pics to a 15-year-old child.
He thought the 15-year-old was what are they called? The in ransom?
Yes.
So he was just trying to get his computer unlocked.
Yeah, that's all that was.
The one that got hacked in the Hillary Clinton campaign. See? It all ties together.
It says I have to do it immediately. These guys made business.
Oh, man.
Now, the start of that story, how does it present him? Just read what's written.
Weiner gets hard time.
What?
The part.
Really?
Okay, then the opening line of the story. How do they present Anthony Weiner?
They don't present him in the limelight.
Do they say congressman? Do they say anything, or just Anthony Weiner?
Well, they say Anthony Weiner because he lost his Congress seat.
I'm just saying they're not saying Democrat in there, are they?
Nope, they're not saying Democrat.
That's a thing that happens.
Well, they do mention some things though. They don't say Democrat explicitly, but they do say that he was his wife and himself.
Did he hung to the left?
Yeah.
Oh God.
But they can't. We have confirmation that he does hang to the left a little bit.
Oh. Last week when we had Senator Cruz getting pounding one out to the internet on accident.
Yeah.
It was Republican Ted Cruz. This week it's just Congressman Anthony Weiner. And see, you pay attention to those words,
That's a
people.
good point.
It's important. All right, go ahead.
So-
Sorry, my moment for a minute. There, go ahead.
Yeah, no. He lost his Congress seat. He had his career as the mayor of. He lost tried to resurrect his career as the mayor of New York. His high-profile marriage. And basically Hillary calling him out, saying he's a part of the reason why she lost.
Everything is the reain why she lost. That Color Me Bad CD right there is part of why she's not president.
When he he got sentenced 21 months. And when the judge was saying, his whole little spiel about how he's gonna, he basically feels like he has an addiction, a sexual addiction
To children.
Well, not just to children, in general, just a sexual addiction
To children. Just say to children.
I'm not
after
saying
everything.
it to children after
I'm going to say
It's
to
all of it.
children.
Yeah.
He's Pizzagating this shit.
Pizzagating.
Mm-hmm. Take the Comet ride.
Hashtag Wienergate.
Hashtag Wienergate. Sure.
Ooh.
Write it down.
But the judge says that he wants, in his 20 months, he's going to get treatment for his sexual addiction.
How do you treat that? Mm-hmm. Again, we haven't figured out with actual pedophiles. What like people
You can't come out and say, "Oh, hey, I'm a pedophile. I need help."
Well,
right? Can you say
in
that?
the courtroom?
Please don't cut that up. By the way,
Writing that down. Where are we at?
I am a pedophile.
Thank you for reminding me. 3140. Good. Okay.
You absolutely could, though. There's got to be places that you can go and hotlines you can call to
I'm sure there
address
is,
that.
but that's such a hard thing to come up with.
Is it just internet porn of granny porn? That's how you get over your sex addiction. Is you have to watch 24/7. I mean,
so
like
terrible.
Clockwork Orange, eyes open, and here's Grandma banging Grandpa and taking like 4 grandpas in her. Like that.
Taking 4 grandpas?
That would make me not want to touch anything ever.
Quadpa. Hashtag quadpa.
Nope.
Oh, that's
Aren't you glad you're here, Justin?
This is I'm so happy my parents aren't listening. Hopefully.
Are your grandparents listening?
No, they're busy making a video. My grandpa's in a coma. Next story.
Continuing on with this whole idea of wieners, B.O.B. the rapper, he actually started a GoFundMe to prove that the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
This
guy?
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah.
So he's going to be documenting a step-by-step. He wants to raise up to $200,000, and he wants to send satellites up into space. It's called Show B.O.B. the Curve.
Does he actually think, even if he gets all the money, he gets to build or buy a satellite and then just rocket it off? That's not a thing normal people get to do.
Yeah, you get to spend $200,000, go to SpaceX, and be like, hey, I need this in space.
He doesn't need that. Do you know what he needs? And I can help all of you people out there who believe in flat Earth or want to convince somebody. Anthony, right behind you there, that yellow level. The Jeffy Potato Flat Earth Detector device. It's a simple level that shows not flat Earth, not flat Earth. So if the bubble is flat, or in the center, we know it's flat Earth. I'll sell it to you for $19.99 and
that's
10
a
nudes.
Steal.
10
I would get in on that right
nudes?
now.
10 nudes. Give it to me.
We'll throw in the 11th nude for free.
My
Just a
nude
crop
holding.
version of the other one. It's just him holding.
Talking about QVC,
It's him
right?
holding the flat Earth.
Talking about what's really flat, right?
Now that's got a measuring tape on. I'm not putting that anywhere near me. Measuring tapes are my enemy. Next.
Yeah, well, he's not the only one who thinks that the Earth is flat. Actually, a lot of people believe that the Earth is flat, which is.
I hope it's just trolls. Like, I hope every single one of these people is just
a flat
straight
Earth
up
society.
No, I've heard of it. Yeah, I read about it actually, like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
until I read about it.
And
it's been around since like the 50s or 40s or something. It's a long time.
They think there's like an underworld and stuff like that.
That's what's going to mess them up once they get to the other
side.
John
Quincy Adams thought that we could go to the center of the Earth and that there were like little like goblins that live down there.
Sure.
Like that's a real fact. Like our president, or either second or fourth, I forget which of the Adams.
That was a lot
totally
of inbred,
thought that was a thing.
Inbred white people back then. So the England blood.
God bless us.
Okay. Viva America.
Someone about to get paid.
That's right, baby. Oh man, a Muslim man in Queens, New York was actually.
Was that?
That's no. Terrorists and Muslim are two different things.
Oh, my bad. I did a white guy thing again.
Oh man, you're flaunting your privilege again. There it is.
I was trying to do a callback to the yeah.
That was a callback.
That was a swing and a miss.
Who allowed you to have all these buttons?
I bought them. I could play with them. Now that we are hated, continue with the Muslim
he
story.
actually got duped into eating pork and then laughed at.
What?
Pretty messed
Yoda
up. That's actually the wrong photo. That's actually for the next story.
That is a badass
That's
United
a teaser.
Nations meeting.
That is the last
I want to go
story
to that. I
we
didn't know
had.
Yoda was with the United Nations.
No.
There's no picture on that one. Yeah. It's written on the sheet. It says no picture for this one.
IP4.
What was the worst? Okay, my inadvertent accidental button of the Muslim blowing up, or his actual Muslim on a screen in that moment. I just okay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get myself out of a hole here.
Okay, so I really hope I'm pronouncing this right. Muhammad Saladin. So I hope I'm pronouncing. I don't want to be.
We're
too
playing
hard.
hot potato with this racism right now. Man.
That's good.
Says that Supervisor Bruno Marquez made his 10 months of the job at this Terrence restaurant.
Who's the supervisor?
Bruno Marquez.
Didn't he perform at the Super Bowl?
He did. He was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that Uptown Funk song.
Yeah.
He's solid.
It's so catchy, right?
But you know what? I love how he keeps it real and just assaults Muslims for no reason too. I mean, what a.
All right, the potato's back in your hand now.
I guess that's not the only thing he's been berated for. I guess the supervisor has berated him for fasting. braided him for praying for, because they have to pray 6 times a day, and just constantly harassing him. And then I guess,
give me my money.
Oh yeah, he's getting money. So now the lawsuit doesn't say exactly how much he's going for just yet, but
everything. It should just be everything.
There's video evidence. They have witnesses, coming in to testify. It's basically a closed case, and I think he's getting his money.
Good, and I think that's a deterrent lawsuit. For all real sake here for a second, I think that's, in my opinion, a good thing to be able to deter people from doing stuff that's patently not cool to do. If that's what it's for, then I'm down with that. Yeah, I don't want to give a dude $10 million for having to deal with some nonsense for 6 months, but if that's really what comes out of that is that people get a brain about things
there
like
are some things that I say will straight up just say this is dumb, this is really dumb, and this is how we're devolving as a society. And there are certain moments it's that guy deserves everything that's coming to him. Not Muslim dude, the asshat Bruno Mars.
Yeah, Bruno Marquez.
Yeah. He shouldn't have done, been happy with the money he made. Why do you have to pick on the Muslim?
Yeah, I know. It's his religious beliefs. You don't have to. This is America.
And why would you hire a guy that is going to fast and is going to pray and is going to do all those things that is his own business?
If it really bothers you that much, really,
yeah.
I don't go around chucking Robin Thicke at him. He shouldn't be chucking pork at this guy.
What?
I don't know. Am I current with that one? Robin Thicke, Bruno Mars?
Yeah, no. They were definitely on the airwaves together at the same time.
There we go.
A few years ago.
I'm hip. I'm young. I got my stuff. Next story. Get me out of here.
Well, either way, going back to the Middle East, keeping that on topic, Saudi Arabia, actually, if we pull up that picture that we teased earlier, accidentally prints textbooks depicting Yoda sitting next to their king.
Also, don't know why I did that there.
Same dude.
So this is actually at the founding of the United Nations. And so there was a photographer who saw this and thought, wow, I wonder who would best compliment our king. Who is also, he's also Saudi Arabian. And he thought none other than Yoda. He's wise. He's got control of the, basically the forest.
You didn't see the nameplate. Put that picture back up. Yeah, it's cut out in the picture because of the angle. That's actually China sitting right next to him. It's the Emperor.
Wow.
The Emperor.
He's holding wise.
All right.
Potatoes back in my hand.
I know. But I guess he posted it on the internet. He didn't think that the government was going to take it and put it in their textbooks. And I guess the government's actually scrambling right now to get all these returns of the books.
This is which government?
The Saudi Arabian government.
Saudi Arabian.
Yeah. Or I guess Kingdom.
They have textbooks over there?
Yeah, they got textbooks.
Wow.
You know what I found out today? Officially today, the first day ever in Saudi Arabia, the last country to not allow, they now have women driving cars. Women are allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia, and right now I would say do not be on the streets of Saudi Arabia. It is like releasing every teenager for the first time behind a wheel. I mean...
That's just facts. That's got nothing to do with women.
Oh, Connie, you walk into walls.
Not when I'm driving.
You fall sitting down.
Not when I'm driving.
Wow.
All right, I'm holding the potato firmly.
We
tonight.
made it, though.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
So women can drive all over the world now.
Yes.
I believe so, yeah. But I guess it's... I read something where a lot of people are pissed because it's going to kill an industry. I guess there was like a huge industry for just driving women around in Saudi Arabia.
Of angry, oppressive men? Was that the industry?
Well, one issue at a time, right?
Okay.
He's only got one potato, so.
Bringing it back, back home for our last story. FEMA, there is the big hurricane going on through Florida, which actually did devastate, a lot of the lower region. FEMA was, actively on social media, getting people, access to, hey, go here, there's a shelter, go here, for water.
Wait a minute. Go back. You're an IT guy.
Yeah.
Hurricane.
Yes.
Infrastructure destroyed.
Yes.
Are you sitting on your roof getting on Twitter?
Well, it's. I mean, you do have a point.
How are you getting this message?
There is some infrastructure that survives, so they thought maybe that they can get.
Why aren't we doing
Water,
skywriting?
electricity, all that gone. Save the Wi-Fi.
Save the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Hashtag save.
Yeah. No, let's skywriting. Right? This should be a thing.
Oh yeah.
Why has this never happened? We should just skywrite like George Bush hates black people just above New Orleans.
That's an hour. That's like an hour of skywriting. Jeez.
Call 911.
They're
also,
sitting on roofs.
Hey,
they're not going anywhere. captive audience.
What
Is there
was
another
that so
trigger
bad?
alert?
That's fact.
sitting
I'm
on
not being a
roofs.
dick.
Yeah.
That was Katrina. Okay.
Yeah, what was so bad about that? I missed that. How is that offensive?
Everybody's
Sitting on roofs?
just being all triggered right now, man.
Wow.
Whatever.
There it is.
I got a
Is that the
10-pound
third
bag of potatoes right now. I'm just owning this segment.
That's the third one of the segment, I think.
I'm on it tonight.
Is that a record? Is that
I can push
I
this.
doubt it.
Well, they were active on social media, right? And so they tweeted out a number for a hotline where you can call and that you can basically, for rescue and stuff. The hotline actually didn't go to the rescue center. They mistakenly put two...
Popeyes.
It wasn't Popeyes, actually. It was actually a sex line.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, so, the number was supposed to be 1888, not 1-800. It was... Yeah, so it was pretty bad.
That seems on level for government. That's about like you're allowed 1.4 cockroaches in every box of cereal. You're allowed 1 or 2 sex lines for every emergency shelter number you got. you just it's okay. It's government standards.
I just thought the water's slowly filling into this room with her mother and her child, and she's calling, and all she hears is, "Welcome to America's hottest talk line, guys.
We've got granny porn."
You want quad puzz? We got quad puzz.
I love how long it takes for people to figure out the government. They're like, dude, the government's cool now. Like, this shit's tight.
Is this credited?
Are you getting charged for it?
Can you call on a state phone to a sex line?
Okay, so there's Obama phones, and now we have Trump sex lines.
Oh.
Is that the new thing? I mean, Trump making
Ivanka's-
America hard again.
Ivanka's on the other line waiting for you.
Yeah. Come on. She gets that. Ivanka. Politics aside, man. I'm going to hold the bag of potatoes. I'm going to end this now. Mercy kill on my end. Look, coming up, we got so much more in the show, including your chance to win tickets to the Friday the 13th, Fulton 55, Corey Feldman, and the Angels. They got their own bag of potatoes that they've been bringing since, I don't know, Corey was 12 or
They got
whatever.
crates of potatoes.
We got that. Your prizes to win on there. Plus, next we're talking with Justin. We're going to talk about Brick Madness and all that. And we have the big segment tonight, the one that's got the envelope of death, the hashtag kill shot engage, ready to fire if a douchebag wants to call in and be a dickhole. All the rest of you people, feel free to call in as we do it up here during the show. Artists, promoters, venues, that topic coming later. Right now, this is the hashtag DDP Live. We'll be taking a quick break. We'll be right back here on Longbox.FM.
You're tuned in to hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Hashtag DDP Live. We lost a member during the break as Cuddy was trying to figure out where the hole in the bottom of her glass came from and is trying to repair that as we speak. So she may saunter in as we do this segment.
Definitely saunter.
It is the hashtag DDP Live here in the Longbox.FM studios, brought to you, of course, by Riley's Brewing. And here comes our lovely co-host now.
Yeah, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I live with. This is my life. She kills me 1 second, 1 minute at a time. It is murder by the 1,000th degree every day.
With love.
That'll hold up in court.
She's not Thug
right
Life
there.
Cotty just yet.
Oh, the man of the hour here, our guest tonight, Justin McAleece, the writer, director, and co-owner with we'll figure out how that works, of the movie Brick Madness, a product that you've put in 8 years.
Yeah, working on it since 2009. So yeah, it's been, I estimate somewhere around 7,500 hours I've personally put into the movie. That's my guess.
That is 2009. That's when I started this thing.
Okay.
So
you know how much work that is.
Yeah, because it little pieces at a time, and I had to fire friends or not be friends with people, and just work your way up. And so for your 8 years, you've been losing everyone as you're working to create this beast, right? That's how it works.
It's I've been really happy that the friends that were in it from the beginning are, were really stoked to see it done and showed up to the premieres and were around to see it come to fruition. I think that everyone's been really cool about it. Even my ex-wife now is, that's been all very amicable and everything's fine there. So yeah, it's been just a good point of celebration, honestly.
Crap, I'm doing it wrong.
There's nothing much funny about that. Yeah, it's not funny at all.
All right, so for the audience out there, let's give us the spoken word trailer version of what is Brick Madness.
Brick Madness is about a national bricks competition. So Lego, but they're called bricks in our world, and it's called the Brickathon, and it takes place in 2012. And it's a mockumentary, so it is a fake documentary. We are not making fun of anyone, especially Lego people, or AFOL as you would call them, adult fans of Lego.
Wait. Say no, you're going to rewind that.
AFOL, depending on who you want to get it from. But yeah, that's literally what they call themselves. That's what the name of the thing is AFOL. Adult fans of Lego. So
oh my God, it's a thing.
That's a big part of our base and all that. And yeah, the movie's not about making fun of any of those people or anything like that. That's just it's just a backdrop so that we can have our characters and we can sort of have a lot of redemption for the idea that building with bricks is a way to accomplish anything else you would want to accomplish with art. So it's just like having pastels or being able to sculpt or being able to make music in our world, in our movie. I mean, that's sort of the point I'm trying to hit home, is that it's a way to accomplish your goals in getting your art out to the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so tell me the backstory, not only the creation, because there's always a starting point, and you are an artist who did film, acting, writing. Is Legos or bricks, because I don't want to get sued, is this a thing from your childhood that, I know we talked about a little bit earlier, thing from your childhood, and the inspiration, is this your first thing you've done? Like, just
yeah, so we were on the set of a movie here in Fresno. It was actually called Finding Hope Now, and that was in 2009 in June. And a real big local feature that is a national feature. And we were working on that, and a bunch of my friends were around, and we really thought that we wanted to do a movie right after the movie to sort of keep it rolling and do it quickly and like just get it banged out and put together this idea and then shoot it in a couple days and then edit. No. Why are you laughing?
Calm down. Calm down.
Hold on. Why are you laughing?
Because he's 12.
Because 8 years later, here I'm standing with a finished movie. So yeah, it didn't work out that way at all. I think the genesis was basically the idea that we were going to pick a group of unlikely people that would unlikely to be able to get their own movie, and this is before a lot of the other mockumentaries and things like that have come out since then. And definitely, I think we started with the idea that we wanted to be like, these guys don't deserve a movie. I don't even know that this is a thing, because I'd never gone to a convention. I'd never heard of conventions. That was only after we came up with the concept that we started realizing, like, oh shit, this is a thing. Like, this exists. Mm-hmm. This is more, this is bigger. We should actually pay homage to this instead of just making sort of an offhanded joke about the idea that it could exist. So that's when it metamorphosized and became something that was much more interesting, I think, and had more legs. And that's what it became. The idea that it was about Lego, that sometimes ideas are split second, like it's either about plumbers or Lego. I don't know. I guess we'll choose Lego. Done. Move on. And like, you don't really spend a whole lot of time actually processing that thing. It's just a thing that starts. And then all the dominoes come after that. So yeah, I was super into Lego when I was a kid. There's a couple stories. I mean, I vividly remember when I was like 8 or something. I don't know how old I was, but with the little yellow Lego box from one of the sets, I think castles were my favorite. And going down to a place called Best. I'm yet to find anyone. Do you remember Best?
Yes.
It was like a department store.
Oh, shit, we're old, aren't we?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And there was a department store named Best, and I can remember the logo and stuff. And I know that I went down there, sitting in the back of my mom's Toyota Tercel, this copper ugly Toyota Tercel, and had my like $32 worth of nickels and pennies and stuff. And like I was gonna go buy a set, like that was my thing, and that was like the most important thing in the world to me at that point. And I remember that, and then I definitely remember sleepwalking one time because we had bunk beds, and so I would stay up, as late as I could on the top bunk playing with Lego, and then I would climb down and go to sleep. And I woke up one morning, and I saw that the stuff. I was like, "Who came up here and messed with all my Lego on the top bunk?" And I couldn't figure out what had happened. And I realized that I straight up, in the middle of the night, crawled up the ladder, got up there, played with stuff, crawled back down the ladder, went back to sleep, and didn't even know it.
Did you build a masterpiece?
That's dedicated. I destroyed a masterpiece.
Sleep Lego.
Yeah,
wow,
sleep
that's
Lego.
a whole new level.
So beat that story, A-Fall, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go on that online forum and beat that.
What have you bought any Legos? The last few years?
Yeah, we bought some. I also
not as a prop.
No,
fun.
like to play with. Yeah, to build with. And not only that, but the guy that did most of the custom Lego builds, or along with one of our other friends, Jason Wada, but Carl Merriam did most of our custom builds within the movie, things that we had to have for props specifically and all that. And he now works at Lego.
Wow.
I hate him.
He is a designer at Lego, and he moved to Denmark like 2 years after we shot most of the movie. And so he straight up lives there. So point being, he brought a bunch of stuff back for us. The sets that he designed, sets that are in stores right now that you can buy, which is like, that's insane. Like that's not a thing, right? Like you can't just go be a kid that likes Lego and then go build Lego at Denmark.
You got a Lego guy.
Dude, it's nuts.
Can we exchange that number after the show? Like, I want a Lego guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't want a Lego guy?
Is there a set? We were talking before the show. Is there a set that you want?
That's a good question. I have spent for the last 8 years, or at least like last 5 years or something, I haven't even wanted to. There's a weird thing about when you haven't finished the thing that you're trying to finish, that you kind of don't want to be around auxiliary parts of that thing. Like, I don't watch movies that are similar to what Brick Madness would be, like after, like once I got to the editing point and all that, and it was taking too long to get it done, because I don't want to be like, I don't want to see what someone else did.
Okay.
And so I wouldn't really want to buy Lego stuff, because I know that like if I spent 10 minutes doing that, that's stupid. I should spend 10 minutes on the movie. So the way my mind works, at least, I have very much I've guilted myself out of anything remotely related to that type of stuff.
Well, real quick, here at Longbox, we are starting a GoFundMe so that we can buy the brand new Millennium Falcon.
What?
Yeah.
The I don't know. There's like 8, 9, 10,000 pieces. It's $800, and it's all for my son.
Yeah.
So he can experience Brick Madness for himself.
I heard him asking about it. Yeah, he sent me an email this morning actually asking for that set. And I was like, good for this kid.
He does email already?
Yeah.
God damn.
No, yeah.
So I want to reach out to your Lego guy.
So if you want to donate to the cause, I'm down with
I'll put $5 in that, Phil. Yeah, absolutely.
We can all play together.
It's one of the biggest sets I've ever done, if not the biggest, and it's an incredible bit of technology that they put together to make this huge Millennium Falcon.
I would like to see the inside on like how they make these things.
Yeah. It's he told us all about it. Carl told us a lot about how many new pieces they get to create per set, and how they have to basically choose from how limited their sandbox is of what types of pieces, what color pieces, all those things, because, we're talking about economies of scale here. These are things that have to be reproduced 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million times, whatever. However many sets they sell, they have to be able to make that thing. You can't go in there and say, like, I want 85 individual pieces that have never before been made by Lego.
That's my beef with Lego.
Okay.
Stop making random pieces, because you saw the pile in
They
there.
limit it. That's what it is, though. I mean,
that pile I have in there is because I had to smash all my son's sets one day, and now as we're going to try to rebuild all of them, I got to find that one unique piece in thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of Legos. And it's Lego. Keep it to the 4x2, the 1x1s, the stuff I had when I was young. I didn't have fancy pieces. You got some crazy shit, Legos. Calm your shit.
Or maybe just calm your shit buying Legos.
Let's not do that right now. If you have questions for Justin, hit us up 492-0450. Got a question for you, Justin.
Yes.
Real quick. The caller was fast. 8 years took you to make this.
Yes.
Why? What was the delay? What was the struggles in the process?
A lot of it is I'd be really heavy on it for a few months, and I would get a whole lot done, and then there would be something that got in the way, and you just couldn't get past, or something like I would just bang my head against concrete for a few weeks, and it just like I couldn't get past that thing. Or you would be waiting for an opportunity to be able to get these people on camera, or for this actor to be in town, or for this location to be available, and then those things would come and pass and not happen, and so there's a whole bunch of like milestones that you thought were going to take place and then didn't. Also, I do video production and filmmaking.
Blair Media.
That's what I do. Yeah. So that's my main job. So it can get very hard because filmmaking is an incredibly intense way to make a living. And so I often work, 80 hours a week anyway. And so trying to find the time within that to then go work on the other thing is hard. If I had a 40-hour day job, this movie would have been done 4 years ago.
See,
no way.
I know what it's like to have a long-term project that you put your years in, and if you're like me, there was a point. At what point did you think, F it, man, this movie ain't happening? Let's just move on. I mean, you're like Hoots. I noticed he's in the movie.
Totally.
And I know he moved out.
Yeah.
And you were talking people leaving. At what point did you get to that point where you're like this close? Just go, nah, I'm F this, man. I'm walking.
It got shot in a short enough time. The vast majority of got shot by 2012. So most of the pickups and things like that were not consequential to it not getting done. So I always knew I had it in the can. But the thing is about making art, I was watching a thing by Martin Scorsese, like a Facebook ad.
Who is he?
He's a filmmaker. He may have directed a few things.
Anything I've seen?
Yeah, he did In the Garden of Good and Evil. Yeah, I think that was maybe.
Any Marvel movies?
No, he doesn't do Marvel movies. Because why? We don't need it anymore. Ouch. I liked him the first 10 times. Come on. There's other stories to tell out there.
He's working on the DC Joker movie.
Is he working on it now?
Yeah,
that is what he's
about Leo DiCaprio
as Joker.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Anyway,
let's go on. No, let's go on to something better. Back to his movie.
You've seen Gilbert Grape. I think he can pull it off. All right.
50 pounds ago. Go ahead.
Wow.
Sure.
Jeez.
Justin's like, huh?
I'm trying to think of like where I was going. Oh, anyway, he was talking about if you don't watch, it was this ad for his like filmmaking classes or whatever, and he's saying if you don't cry at your rough cut, like tears of how bad it is, then you're probably not a real filmmaker in a way. Like the idea that when you make a thing that you think that you really have invested time and effort and artistic talent into, hopefully, you go through bouts of thinking it's the worst piece of shit you've ever laid eyes upon, no matter what, and you hate it, and you can't understand how it will ever be good, and that the thing that you spent all this time on was a total waste of time. You definitely go through that. Fortunately for me, I had a lot of talented people around me that I think are like, I knew no matter how bad my ideas or execution or ability to finish were, they were good and they were funny and they were like redeeming on screen. And I knew that. So like that's really the thing that kept me going, is it wasn't my thing at all. I was just the shepherd to actually bring it to pasture or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was way more about that. I'm like, Anthony's funny. Hoots is funny. Straight up and down. Like Tilt Tyree is funny. Like no matter what I do to anything else, they're good, and I know that if I put their thing in a finished piece that someone else can watch, that it will be at least okay.
All right. Yeah. Side question. I know Anthony's got questions for you. Can you enjoy watching movies?
Yes, I enjoy watching movies more than other people watch movies, I think. And here's why. I never watch shitty movies. Like, I know exactly what I like.
Do not look at my DVD collection. We got to a bad start with the Marvel thing.
Yeah, right?
Do you analyze and every shot? Are you enjoying the movie or are you analyzing the production?
hopefully I get sucked into a movie enough to where I don't pay attention to that stuff half an hour in. Or 20 minutes in, or whatever it is, and I just get immersed in the world that they've created. If I'm noticing all of that stuff all of the time, it's usually because the rest of it's not good enough. So that's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're going to make a movie that doesn't stand up, then I'm going to pay attention to all the reasons why it doesn't stand up. If it does, then I won't, and I'll like it. But I think the good thing, what I feel like I've been able to sort of cultivate in my own understanding of what I like is every movie I watch is I just everything I see at the theater I love pretty much, because I know going in like I'm going to like that movie, that Wes Anderson movie, or that David Fincher movie, or whatever it is. Some like, I got 20 directors that I like I'm gonna like Mother. I know that people are gonna say that it sucks for this reason or that, and I can understand why I wouldn't like it, but I'm going to like it because I'm going to find the redeeming stuff in what Aronofsky's going to do. And so to me, the more you put into a movie, or more you put into anything, the more you get out of it.
I like it. Okay, Aronofsky, you brought him up. Black Swan.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. Creepy, awesome. And one of your friends who's provided music for your movie, Cockamamie Jamie, which, get used to that name, it's coming up next, has been posting the last couple days. And I loved Natalie Portman, by the way, until she got pregnant, because, she's supposed to save herself for me. And that was that cheating on me.
Yeah.
But he calling her wooden in everything she's ever done. So
I don't see that in Black Swan. I mean, maybe in Closer. She's weird and wooden, right? She's in Closer, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's her. Yeah. That,
Nine Inch Nails?
I didn't feel that. Yes.
Gosh.
Yeah. No, I didn't feel her that much in that, but maybe is she wooden in?
I think her downward spiral there was being Padme.
Yeah, that was weird.
Anyone attached to that has been fucked.
Not Ewan McGregor.
No, even he disappeared. He's back to indie or smaller roles. Everyone who got attached to those first three movies just, except for Samuel L. Jackson, because Marvel came in and took care of him.
Yeah. They gave him an eye patch and say, "You got it."
Yeah, right. He had a purple lifesaver. He doesn't care.
But Samuel L. Jackson is looking more and more like RuPaul these days. I'm just throwing that out.
Meat in the middle. Wow.
Anthony, you got a question?
Yeah, so when I was watching the movie, I noticed, like you said, it was like that mockumentary style.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know what kind of influenced you to do that mockumentary kind of style. It kind of was a little
ego,
bit reminiscent
probably ego.
Yeah.
Of like putting ourselves on camera and stuff like that. Like if I was gonna shoot it, then I probably wanted. I'm assuming the first minute I thought of it, I was like, "Oh, that'd be cool. I'll be the director and stuff, and then you'll like see me, and I'll be on camera no matter what, and all that." That's probably where
Peter
it came
Jackson
from.
status.
Yeah. No, I don't know where. I like, because I'm a filmmaker and because I like the machinations of how filmmaking works. I find it interesting to be able to do that, and honestly, a lot of it is, I think, in logistics a lot of times. So I wanted to do a thing. I knew it would be easier. We could be more rough around the edges. Like there are times in the movie, it's basically intentional at this point, but I knew that like we could show a boom mic, or we could show a light, or we could like screw something up, and it wouldn't be a problem. So when I was thinking of making a movie in a week, and that was like the goal, I knew that if we did a mockumentary, we would be able to get away with a lot more sloppy shit and still finish.
All right, I see that.
That was part of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a way to get at people and be real and have them talk and give the interview style and all that stuff.
I was going to say, it's a little reminiscent of kind of like The Office, the head interviews. You know, that's what I got, that kind of dry humor, but it's real.
Damn.
What?
You stole my question. Go ahead. Next question.
Oh, I guess
dick.
I just
You just walked on my... Yeah.
You just say that when you hear something you like.
That's cool.
I can't believe I said that.
I can't believe you talked.
Yeah. So what
else?
What would you say was some of your biggest influences for this? Like, what would you like?
Well, I mean, it's obvious Christopher Guest movies, Best in Show, Mighty Wind, and Spinal Tap, obviously, are the sort of quintessential mockumentaries.
Yeah.
We made a lot of that stuff when I was younger, 12, 15, 20, whatever.
Is that when you started doing film?
Yeah, we did some stuff when I was a decent amount younger, but like I just didn't have the technology. We didn't have cameras. We didn't have all the things we would need to be able to do that. So yeah, it was more when I got to college that we actually had cameras and could do a thing.
So you went to college specifically for?
Yeah, I went to Fresno State. I have a video production degree, broadcast production from there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So once we got to there, we would do a lot of those, sketches, Saturday Night Live style stuff.
Oh, okay.
So we did. I remember that. It's really dumb. So we made I had to do a documentary for one of my classes, and so we made a documentary about our fictional production company, right? And pretended like we were hot shit, and it was all this cool thing and all that, and it was called our production company was called Sort of Lame Productions, and so we did the Lame mockumentary, and then that was too long. That was like 3 minutes. That was like 8 minutes long, and he's like, that's too much about a fictitious company. And so we made the Lameography, which is the making of the Lame mockumentary. It was like 3 levels deep of a fake bullshit.
You went Inception on.
We Inception.
Inception.
Before Inception, yeah. So Chris Nolan knows me some cash.
Okay. This is totally off the whole interview in itself. Inception, was it good? Do you like it?
I love Inception. I think it's rad. I'm sure you can find a bunch of holes in it, and but to hell with anyone who says anything bad about the idea that he made a movie which had a huge budget. It was one of the best, most well-respected and well-received movies of that year. And it's a completely original idea that he and his brother saw.
There's a key word.
That's awesome.
Original idea.
Yes.
Where is that in Hollywood these days?
Well, besides people like Aronofsky and Chris Nolan and a few other directors that want to do those original things, there's not. Because they want to bank on stuff that's a known property.
I know I'm personally excited for the new Knight Rider movie, but give me something new. Don't give me a different ending to the same thing I've seen, but with better graphics. Give me something new, and we don't get that. Comic book movies are a huge thing right now, but that's because everyone wanted comic book movies. They wanted to not have their underwear shoved up their ass and their milk money taken because they like comic books.
Yeah.
And now they get to see it on screen, done with respect at least.
Yeah.
But
I think you guys are wrong. I think they are solely keeping Harrison Ford in employment. And you know what? Good on him. He's driving his planes. He's crashing them.
I can't wait to see Blade Runner. I really want to see Blade Runner.
I haven't actually seen the original.
Yeah, I need to watch it again. Let's put it that way.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's going to have to be a thing to watch it. Because, Ryan Gosling's in it. So obviously Cotty's going to want to go.
Well, the trailer did
He's dreamy.
catch my interest, but then I saw it was Blade Runner, and I'm like, oh, I don't know that.
Oh, they're not.
Oh, you weren't even really aware of what the thing was?
I haven't seen it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
We could do this at a whole other show.
I don't want to give it away.
What? So did you feel?
Spoiler alerts.
Talking about what you were talking about, do you think Brick Madness feels like an original movie? You watched it. Does it feel like it is its own thing?
Yeah, I do. I definitely feel like, because the idea of like a mockumentary on Legos, in its sense. I mean, there's been tons of documentaries on how, its foundings and stuff, but it's just like the current, where it's at now, where the Lego is. And then I like how you threw it, the whole, what's the main, Max
Grant.
Yeah, Max Grant. I like that whole spin on it. It reminded me of, what's the one with Will Ferrell where he's the ice skater?
Yeah, Blades of Glory.
There you go. That kind of like rise back to fame.
Sure.
Kinda, you know what I mean? So
yeah, there's
a
little bit of that in there. Somehow it fell in. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I always planned on, my whole thing was Karate Kid. Honestly, that's all it was. So he was always Mr. Miyagi, and then Seth was always Daniel-san. And then Ricky Six was, Cobra Kai. That was always what it was for me.
Yeah.
I was going to say no.
No,
but
to what question?
What did it feel original, whatever.
Oh,
but no, in this nicer way.
You didn't even watch it. He didn't even watch it. He already told me.
That's not pull the curtain. No, but because it's hard to do original as far as like mockumentary. So we already named Office. We can go Parks and Rec. We can.
Sure.
I have an idea of something I want
Family.
to do, and it's same idea. So you've got, what is it? Shakespeare's got 7 different versions of how to tell a story, and that's all there is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no in that sense. But if you have a unique way to tell, Legos obviously unique. I didn't know that Apple was a thing. I'm still creeped out about learning about furries, man. And then look, I'm a Star Trek guy. I have my own sick world too. So I've assassinated a Klingon at a convention. Okay, I mean,
you're deep.
My mom had to rescue me from a Klingon Shakespeare convention because I was held hostage after assassinating somebody, and I was like 9.
That's level 9.
I got my own weird
level
things
9
too.
nerd points for sure. Yeah, you're.
How old is everybody else?
So no, nothing is original.
No,
but it's original in that it stands out as different. It's a unique take on something.
Yeah.
And you just gotta, for me, like, look, I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone
what's
does
original
a
about a
goddamn
podcast,
right?
Yeah.
I gotta find my hook, my thing that gives me that one unique take or shift it just enough that this stands out.
Yeah, the originality that I would cling to would be very nuanced in the way that the dryness of the comedy comes across. Like that's all I want to claim. I'm not saying that we did anything original in the idea of doing a mockumentary, or that even though it was about Lego, even though this is the only mockumentary that's about Lego, this is the only movie that's been made about Lego that is not a documentary, or the Lego movie, which is not really about Lego in the same sort of way at all. But that's not what I refer to. Like the way our people tell their jokes is really, that was the only thing I was really holding steadfast to, that I wanted to do in a way that didn't feel like other movies. Literally, I wanted to go into making movies when I was 18 or so, because I don't feel like there are comedies that speak to me. Mm-hmm. And that's not to say that I have a good take on what a comedy should be, but that's just to say that I wanted to make one for myself. And that's all I've really wanted to do this entire time, was make a movie that I would like. Mm-hmm. And I love my movie, and so like that's all I can really do.
Let's as we start wrapping up, I want to make a comment on the Lego movie. I love that movie. I hate that movie. I hate that movie.
Because you could seen it 1,000 times.
Well, I have, because my son, but the very first time, dude, what the hell? There were things happening in my eyes that I have not felt in a long time. As they got to the end, Will Ferrell, the father-son moment, it was like, it's like any Disney movie, any kid movie, anything. Yeah. It's like you're the parent sitting there going, "This is cool, this is fun." I like the Lego movie because they played into an older guy like me in my late 30s. This makes sense. And then we get to this heartfelt moment. It's like, my son's gonna see me like a little bitch right now.
Stay strong, damn it.
Screw you, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, right. So you know that kid in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in our movie. He was in there first.
Really?
Yes. Jaden Sand.
The curly-haired kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And I watched the movie. It's still on Facebook, of me like recording myself walking out of that movie, knowing that Jaden had been in my movie already, but my movie wasn't done yet, and that movie was done, and that like there was this weird moment.
His name's Jaden.
Jaden, Jadon.
Yeah. F you, man. Dude, that kid, that God, dude, he had
streaming.
He pulled those emotions.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, I don't do emotions. I'm not gonna cry at our wedding, and here I'm watching a Lego movie going. Fall back. Think about quad porn. Quad
pun.
Yeah,
get it right.
You've been on the tour. You just did the thing at Tower Theater.
Mm-hmm.
I did the red carpet premiere. You've
fun.
been everywhere. You're here tonight, and I know you got a trip to San Francisco tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
What can we get as far as how do people see it?
So the next opportunity to see this movie is going to be at the Met Cinema. That is, I can't, we haven't signed the papers or whatever you want to say yet, but it'll be playing at the Met Cinema, as far as I can tell, next month. So maybe October, possibly November, but definitely up there, and it'll be for like a week. That's our plan.
And you're going to hand out free bags of Legos, right?
So many free bags of Lego.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
No, that's maybe not true.
Asterisks.
Yes, there's an asterisk. I made it out of my fingers right now.
Asterisk, that's completely made up.
Thing. That's
we're doing this.
That's a really nerdy gang sign. Yeah. That's like, yo, I was gonna kill you. I was gonna put a, yeah, but some offers don't apply.
Some offers don't apply. For some reason, it made me think of hash browns.
Hash browns? Yeah, let's get some of those. I want that.
I love crispy
Hash brown.
browns.
Cotty's hungry.
I know, no more hashtags. Hash brown of the night is.
Anything else we can get? How can people find you? The trailer.
Go to Brick
Rich,
Madness.
we're gonna show the trailer as we come out of the segment.
Sweet.
But anything that people can find to see the movie or find out anything about it.
Definitely Facebook is the best way to follow up with what's going to happen next with it. Going on there, I post stuff. I don't try to spam it too much except for leading up to the premieres. Go on there, see what it's all about. You will find any new videos we come out with, trailers. There's some reviews on there. We got a really solid review the last week or so, which was really fun to read. And from a person I don't know, because I like, it's one thing if the dude comes to the thing and shakes hands with me and is like not going to trash my movie. It's a totally different thing. It's someone I have nothing to do with, and they still have some good stuff to say about it. So did really well on that review. Anyway, point is, you can see all that stuff on the Facebook and
at Brick Madness.
Yeah, at facebook.com/Brick Madness. That one's easy. And then you can go to brickmadnessmovie.com or brickmadness.com or brickmadnessthemovie.com. I own all three.
So many redirects.
So whichever one you want.
We're going to put all the tags up on the website, Longbox.FM. You can go to there to see the show. I'll do a review, a video review.
Yeah.
I'll watch the movie.
Do it honestly. Do what you want to do about it.
Will you film me covered in Legos doing a review of your movie?
No clothes on.
I think I have to.
No,
do
I'm
that.
gonna
A bath of Legos.
No.
Wait,
Make
what?
a Lego body condom. With a very extended crotch. I'll just lay on the ground and put the shield on me, and I'll talk about your movie.
This is a great idea.
I'll be sitting there going, yeah, your movie sucked. Did you see my Lego penis? So, I mean, keep filming. No.
Less of a good
Gonna
idea.
be pink Legos.
Cotty, what are you doing tonight? All right. Before we bounce here, we are going to do, we're going to take a quick break.
Yep.
We have the trailer for for Brick Madness. Sorry, I owe $12. I'm buying their biggest set. Cotty doesn't know it yet.
For your son.
Yeah, for my son, and Longbox people are going to help. I mean, the $7 you all give me together, that's cool. I'll front the rest. We keep drinking. You're good.
From zero. So you're paying full price.
Tell you what, we're also going to give away tickets.
Yeah.
The Friday the 13th, Corey Feldman, Bringing the Angels, Fulton 55, Dowdy's hosting. I mean, it's the most important thing going on there. If you guys call up, 492-0450, the first one who calls in, I'm going to get you the tickets. We'll get your info down. We are going to go to break. We're going to play this trailer. When we come back, artist versus promoter versus venue, and we'll talk during the break.
The ultimate showdown.
Sunday.
It sounds like you're already in.
Yeah.
You're sticking?
Yeah.
All right. Let's, sound guy, let's do this. Let's, IP4, fire up that official trailer.
Here we go.
Now.
Here it comes.
Whoa, are you guys are making a documentary about bricks, yeah?
Let the celebration begin.
This is awesome!
My name is Cedric Donovan. I'm here in Fresno, California, making a documentary about the bricks world.
As we crown a new bricks national champion.
So do you have any heavy favorites in this competition?
Heavy favorites. Ricky 6.
I've been hearing an awful lot about this Ricky character. Who is he?
Who's Ricky?
You and your crew are formally invited to celebrate the last days of the legend, Ricky 6, and the dawn of Ricky 7.
A dude that changes his game every time. Come on.
I already told you I'm going to be Ricky 50, and then I'll stop.
He knows how to play the crowd. He knows how to work the judges. He knows the system.
When you're the best at something, am I just supposed to walk around and pretend like anyone can touch what I do? Come on, that's ridiculous.
That's what Ricky looks like.
It's amazing.
He's stupid.
Ricky's trying to tromp on your territory, right? Seems like kind of a turd.
Is that with a O or an A?
It's an A.
Yeah, I already put an O, so...
Ricky 6 is not Max Grand. Max Grand, really? We're still talking about this guy.
He was the godfather of bricks before there was even a family tree.
He's a legend.
Max freaking Grand, oh my gosh, like Lord of Bricks.
Win from 98, win from 99.
The dude had to cheat last time just to level the playing field.
When my hero gets accused of something like that, that killed me.
Okay, I'm not talking about the incident.
You guys don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Do you?
Yeah, this is your first time. What do you know?
I'm Seth Paxson.
Haxan.
Some cummer came out of nowhere.
I mean, that's really it. Nobody knows Seth.
You're in charge of like a school program, right?
What's your name, little dude?
Nicholas Grandimini.
Wait, say that again, one more?
This is Max Grand's little nephew, Nicholas.
I'm hoping that he's going to bring it.
Okay, let's start again.
Okay, let's start again.
Compliments from the gentleman in the corner.
I had a win. I had a beer.
That showdown right there means everything. Everything.
When I grow up, I'm gonna be in the Bricks tournament. I'm gonna be just like you.
That's inconceivable. Next.
Yo, what up, local scene? It's your boy Sully from Defensive Productions, and I got you covered. Now, I know you want to play some shows, you want to get big. I got you. My company has been making local bands pop for decades or years. We've been just doing it hard, and I'll tell you the secret to my success and yours. Check it out. I have a foolproof system set up where I find venues far outside of your major town. All right? Now, you might be thinking, Sully, I want to play in my town. I want to be a part of it. And I'm thinking, no. You got to understand. You want to play in remote areas, far, far away, because that shows the true fans. And that's where you and I get together. Look, I have a system. I've heard of it. You might be thinking, pay to play, there's a lot of this, the yip on the social media. People say nah, but listen, I do it different and I do it with respect. That's what I do. It's important that I take care of you, and I always will, unless you fuck with me. If you say anything bad about me, you will never play anywhere in Layton or any town. Calm. I get serious about it. See, I get worked up. That means I got my stuff. I will private message anyone and everyone. Anyone who has an idea or a clue or a thought or whatever, I got you. I will send it to you. And on Facebook, I will send something and I'll also delete it because I try to maintain calm. So let's go back to my plan. This is Defensive Productions has a thing that works, and I've got a business partner, Amin. He sits in the background.
All right. It's the hashtag DDP Live.
We know.
Thank you for watching the video. That you can find the whole thing by going to either Longbox. Well, it's not up there yet. You can go to the YouTube page, Longbox.FM, on there, and also subscribe, do that thing, because there's going to be more stuff like that going on. We got Jeffy Potato up there, and I heard there's an Antifa thing coming soon. Yeah,
I'm scared.
And I have people that I work with that say, "Oh, dude, tell me," and that's going up on 4chan immediately. So, I got. There's gonna be more coming. This is the hashtag DDP Live here in Longbox.FM studios, and of course the beer and everything. And the reason we do what we do is all because of Riley's Brewing.
Thanks, Riley's.
Now,
happy birthday again.
To remember, I'm still holding the actual physical, literal sack of potatoes right now.
Can you hold that up to your head real quick? The resemblance is just...
eat one, man. This weekend, and this is what the second topic here tonight is all about. This weekend, some stuff popped off. Now, to backtrack a little bit, the last couple years of doing my old show, one of the questions that we always asked on this to any artists or anybody coming in, a promoter like Art Silva coming in next week, any chance we could, we would ask the question, artist versus promoter versus venue. What is wrong here in the Valley, the scene, all that stuff? Now, and I've always been concerned about trying to help out and create a better local scene and doing something. So Cockamamie Jamie this last weekend popped off with a post. He just went for it. And, this is up his alley recently. He's just being honest and calling out things that need to be called out. By the way, as we continue with this, please call me, 492-0450, or simply, as I'm doing my speech here, just text it, hitting up the YouTube page or the Facebook page. We're watching all of them. We will respond to your comments.
We want to know what you think.
Yeah, this is important because this is not only our local scene and the Central Valley. This is a bigger, grander scale. The whole point of all this was about the pay to play system.
Yeah.
Now, you, Anthony, has said that you didn't know exactly what that was about because you don't play, you don't perform, you're not on stage, you're not all that. You do IT.
Yeah, I do IT and I sit here.
Good job, man.
I do that too, except for the IT.
You just sit there
and drink.
Yeah.
And drink,
The pay-to-play thing is basically, I'll keep it as simple and easy as possible. Bands would, like Anthony, you got a new band coming up called the Dipshits, and you want to perform at a show. That's easy. As the promoter, I'm going to sell you a bundle of tickets, maybe 50 at $10 each. So I'm going to need $500, and then you go and sell them, and then. And here's where the catch is on the pay-to-play system.
Okay.
You don't get the $500 back. Sometimes you just get like 20 or 10% of that back. And so.
And why is that?
Yeah, how's that fair?
It's middleman. Middleman is what's going on. Now, the whole point of this post, he's calling out one specific guy. So let's go ahead. You saw in the video. We'll throw it out there. It is Tully, a part of Definitive Productions, and this was the target of his attack. He's a promoter that's been around town. I know he's been involved in things like radio stations and stuff, and one by one he keeps getting shut out. And we've heard a lot. I've heard a lot of things.
So he's got a reputation already.
Him, like others.
Okay.
He's got a partner who kind of sits in the back, too. He's been a guest in the past, and we'll get there. So to try to sell again how the beef all went down, Jamie post something, I shared it. No commentary. I just shared it. Because, when I get on Facebook and I see things, sometimes I don't want to read it or I'm drunk enough and I'm just like, I'll find it tomorrow. So I just hit a share. It's my way of bookmarking that shit.
Okay.
For this, artist, promoter, venue is something important to me and I'm interested and I want to find out more. And I want to read the comments. I want to see what people are doing. Because, again, I care, and this is a subject that I've talked about. To prove Jamie's point, Tully started firing off with comments on Facebook on that post, and then would delete them, and then he would send off private messages to everybody. And the fun part, now this is where Dowdy gets to have his fun. Dowdy's just sitting around doing absolutely nothing, going,
Drinking.
yeah, I'll share this. Yeah, and I'm drinking, talking about...
And crying.
Yeah, to a Lego movie.
Making Legos.
Homeboy hits me up. Don't think we know each other? You're sharing something that's pretty inappropriate to me or it's insensitive, whatever. I'm not verbatim here, but to that point. And I said, dude, I just shared because I'm an observer. Your beef is with Jamie, not me.
Yeah.
Followed by idiot. And pretty much let me know that basically he could crush me. The insults, the threats, all that stuff happened. Followed by now we were talking about hidden partner. There's been separation publicly, but this is kind of like silent partner. We know Amric is a part of Definitive Productions. He fires off immediately after with a message saying, this is bad for the scene and it could be bad for you too. Threats. And he's good with his wordings to try to play around and dance to not be outwardly, but... This is a guy that also, after Festivus, hit me up and said, dude, how'd it go? It didn't go as well as I wanted. I lost a lot. It sucked. And I got the basic message from him. I was waiting for the phone call, man, because I could have really saved your event. And it's like, fuck you, man.
It's that power thing again.
To stroke your own dick all you want, man. But I told him, I'm like, I'm not feeling good right now. I'm hurting right now. This event sucked. It sucks for me. I'm in a bad spot, and you come in with that little jab because you feel you got to be something. And this is a guy who's come on to the show in the past, who brought a whole horde of people, and was explaining that promoters here in the Valley, they're all about themselves, so they got to bring in a whole entourage. And this is a knock on Art Silva, who we had issues with.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around like you got a photographer, a videographer. You got the guy who just shows up drinking whiskey, pissing all over the bathroom, not even in the toilet. There wasn't one drop, man. It was just piss everywhere. You got a couple of chicks. You got a couple of rappers who stepped up on me because they asked me to listen to the music. I said, I'm not a rap guy. I couldn't give you one. I agreed to do it. I said, where's the hook? I don't like this. And they wanted to fight me. This is the entourage that he rolls with. So it's a lot of horseshit, a lot of bullshit going on. And in private message, too, on the phone. I've heard him say, I just want to see the scene burn, man. I don't care. It's going to be... So, I know who this guy is. Now, a knock on me is that I've always been centrist. I've always been a moderate. I always try to play things. I don't want to air dirty laundry. I don't want to be that guy. But, it's a new show, as I said earlier on.
It's a new Dowdy.
So, fuck it. We're going to go in. So, Tully, Amric, hit me up. That made me go, all right, let's get the camera out. We're going to have some fun. Defensive Productions. I'll make you famous. And I think I've done more promotion for their company than they've done for any band in the last year, just in like 24 hours. But no, Dirty Laundry all aside, man, I know the shots are coming. By the way, if you guys, Amric or Tully, you want to call in, just know I've got special envelope, and we'll hold it every show until I get that message. If you really want to throw down the final end game, I mean, this is Game of Thrones season 8. This is the White Walkers taking the incestually created child and finally raping the crap out of him to be a White Walker. I'll get you. I got you.
That was visceral.
But the scene, man. This is the type of stuff, and I like that Jamie went for it. Now, it is cold and it's brutal and it's out there.
Yeah.
Jamie, if you followed him on Facebook at any time recently, you know that he's on a crusade. He's on a mission. It doesn't matter. Politics especially, he's definitely more left-leaning, a lot of social issues. And he's, you can tell, crisis of conscience, he's out there just firing on anything that he feels is the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of bands have been scared to comment or say anything because they're worried that they'll lose stage time. Everybody's worried about this stuff. And, you know, we don't need to make a drama out of something if it's not there. We don't have to build it up. But sometimes there are just negative people who are dragging shit down, and it should be called out. And I'm glad that Jamie did it. And it was kind of fun to get brought along because anytime I get off... Anytime I do something that's not just in front of this mic live here, that means someone motivated me. And, okay, let's do this. And I like that I got the threat, too. This is bad for everyone, and it can be bad for you. It can hurt when you're
that makes you feel good inside.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking
you did something right then.
I'm like, what are you going to do? Are you going to book E40 to come into the studio during my show and I won't be able to come in my own house?
Yeah, you have to do the podcast out in
What
the
do you
back.
got? I'm not the one for you to be shooting shots on. Yeah. Okay.
I won't let you play in this. I don't play. What
I don't perform anywhere. I perform here for like 4 people. Come on.
You hurt his ego, and that's what you really did. That was the issue right there.
I'm seeing comments, and obviously I knew this was going to blow up to be a thing. I'm seeing, like, classic Amric from Maddie. I'm looking at a list of people who have been responding to this stuff, and there's been private messages coming in, there's been phone calls, there's been texts. To me, Jamie has a whole other Facebook world. Our rings of connection are not very similar, and he's been getting them too. At some point, Tully, Amric, you should know that your shit stinks, and there's a reason this follows you. Mm-hmm. You keep getting further and further. I mean, you're going to see the next big show from Definitive Productions out in Layton, California, because no one else will allow them.
Layton? They play Layton, dog?
Layton's the place to be, man. You got to hit that shit.
That's
where is Layton?
That's an excellent question.
Go south, drink a lot, close your eyes until you feel the bumps on the freeway and try to readjust, and eventually you'll get there. That's Layton. It's... If we're going to make the scene better, man, there's got to be calling out of people who are bad, who are, you know... There was a long list of people who, good promoters. Nolan Davis comes to mind immediately. I know there's been a lot of stuff said about Art Silva. He's a guest next week, and you think I'm going to be nice about it, but he's had his own bad shit too.
Yeah,
it's been called out, and this guy dealt with Amric as well. And I've talked with Art, and he sat away from a lot of people for a while. He needed to do the same thing I did, the 2013 version, where I needed to just go away from everyone and recover.
Yeah.
Art's a good guy. Nolan's a good guy. There's a lot of good promoters who are taking care of the artists. There's a back and forth conversation. Mm-hmm. How can we do something better? Because it's about promoting the scene. But unfortunately,
supporting each other.
We talk about the scene like it's this toxic, ugly thing, and it all sucks. Every performer, every artist is actually just pure shit. They're slapping dicks on strings, and that's what they call music. That's an attitude that comes out, but it's only because there's a couple sick individuals who really poison the well. Mm-hmm. And if we just... This is where I'm on board with this. Remove the sick ones. Call them out in any and every way possible. Remove them. And, you know, the rest of us are going to have a good time. By the way, Jocko Tuesday is from Layton. Yeah, got that out. Thanks, man.
Hey.
Sorry, Jocko.
1 out of the 10.
Anyone. Now,
I'm from worse.
I know this is going to be... people are not going to want to call in because they're afraid of putting their voice or their name to something. Just do it. because this is the moment. Jamie
Just
started.
do it.
Yeah, come on.
Jamie started the movement, man. The beef really is with Jamie. Now I guess I threw my name in the hat because
Sure, but
I'm
what do
going
you,
live broadcast.
Neither of you have anything to lose in this particular venue, so like just do your thing. And because he's shitting on all sorts of other people, the two of them, and Definitive Productions, from what I can understand, and that's not going to help anyone because then everyone loses in that situation because all the other promoters have to start doing shady shit just to compete with what they are doing, and it's a bad situation. 360.
Yeah, I just think it's something of circumstance. It is probably, they just happen to have that grasp on the market where they feel like they can really, take control of the artist. And I think we have a caller.
What's up?
Hello.
Hey, turn your radio down in the back. I've always wanted to say that.
I think you say that every time.
Sorry.
You going to give us a name or you just going to talk?
This is James.
James. Oh, he cried wolf. Now he's crying anger. Throw down what you got, man. I know you want this.
I just honestly, I'm not gonna sit there and just like completely. I'm just gonna share my experiences. First and foremost, my personal experience mainly has been with Amric. And I'm not gonna come out the gate just talking shit on Amric, all that type of stuff. I'm more going along the lines of he did us wrong, but Amric doesn't throw shit shows all the time, and I give him that. There's been a handful of friends of ours that he's helped out, and power to them. But when it comes to us and Amric, the story goes pretty deep. But it all falls around the category of unfulfilled promises. Mm-hmm. He talks up a lot. I remember he made us feel very, very, very like we were very unique, especially when we first met, and he was just kind of getting on his own thing and everything, doing like that. And so we felt like we were going to be going with them.
Like he's talking to you like the hot chick at the bar, and he's telling you how important and smart
Basically,
you are.
Yeah. And then
all he's wanted to do is fuck you.
Yeah, you do not sound like a hot chick at the bar.
Sorry, go ahead, James.
It was we had a bad show, and the way it came about was there was a lot of behind the scenes type of stuff that made it go not the way that we wanted to go. But like I said, he's look, you said it earlier. He's very, very good with his words.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of the times, like I'll talk to him, and sometimes I get stupid. And sometimes I'm pretty passive until I'm pushed to a limit. And he's when it comes to talking, he's gotten the better hand of me, and I give him that. Usually I refer it to another member of my band who's better with his words, and he usually handles it. But he's very talks you up, and it kind of doesn't really deliver at the end of the day.
James, I got a question for you. Because you're actually calling in, you're wanting to put your name to your voice and throw it out there, and you're a band. And the concern, and this is what I've heard. I've heard a lot of private conversations, not only about these two, but other promoters here in town, or other venues, or whatever. No one's willing to say things publicly because they're worried about losing stage time, opportunities. I mean, the chance to play with the drummer of 7 Mary 3, because that's the only living member left. Is that a thing that bands need to get over? And I'd like to think that bands should be like, no, F this. We can do it. We can make a show on our own. It's easy. Go talk to the venue. Set up something. But do you think that's the biggest fear right now, why people won't call out someone on their shit?
Especially specific promoters are actually pretty good at scare tactics. They make you feel like that they're going to have all these big shows, and you're going to be the back of the line when you want to get on them. So it's a huge scare tactic, especially when me and Amric have exchanged words. And specifically remember he said that promoters have multiple lives and really can't be touched, and the only people that hurt when you call someone out are the bands, the fans, and the venues. He basically told me that promoters are untouchable. And that's kind of what set me off in the whole ordeal. And then since we don't really like talk to a lot of the other bands about these situations, we just kind of keep to ourselves. And we just it's not really talked about. We don't know if other people are having these issues, so we just don't want to call back without any troops, And then especially since Jamie went out there and just kind of went out on the limb and just called out these two people.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had issues with them before in the past. I decided to get behind him, you know. I mean, he took the lead route, and I'm going to follow.
We need to put a statue up for Jamie.
Right. No, honestly, like, I follow his stuff, and like he's a great guy. I mean, his music is fucking tight, and just shout out to Cockamamie Jamie out there. He's doing a fucking badass job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But but yeah, that was basically our experience at Amric. I've especially since our ties aren't that great anymore, we've had discussions with like a band or two that are really close to us, and we had and they've shared almost similar stories that he likes to say, dude, you're my favorite band in the Valley. I want to help you out. I want to get you guys to the next level. And come to find out, he said that to multiple bands in the area. He's got a line, and he uses it to flirt.
It sounds like an abusive husband. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. All right, James,
you got gaslit, dog.
Final thing, man. Hit me.
Yeah. Wait, one more time. Sorry.
Final thing, man. I'm letting you know I'm going to hang up on you.
Give us your last word.
No, I mean, look, you got to understand, you know, I got a valuable stage time, and you're fucking up my whole thing. You haven't sold enough tickets to be on the show this long.
That's a Tully original.
I want to get you on the show. You're great. You're the best guy here.
Just get off, though. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, and then with Tully, we never booked a show, fortunately. I've gotten too many bad reviews about him that we've been lucky enough to avoid it. But mainly him, I remember I helped put on the Chester Bennington Memorial Show at Strummers with Nolan and Numbskull. They helped me put all that together, and they did an amazing job. We raised over, I think it was $2,400 or something like that.
And Chester's alive again, right?
We raised a lot of money for suicide prevention. We raised it for the National Suicide Hotline.
Now I'm an asshole.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, now?
Grab the potatoes. Grab the potatoes.
But no, I remember there was a status posted by Tully, and my friend tagged me in. He was concerned. He was like, I think they're talking about your show. So I went and I commented. And then instead of backing up and saying, oh, no, this is about your show, he just dug into me. And then he starts looking into my show. I think he's like, oh, have you not contacted the area? You're committing donor fraud. So now he's throwing this thing around, I'm committing donor fraud. This is like the first show I've ever fucking had the idea just to put together. And now I'm trying to do a good thing, you know, for a man in a band that I've looked up to since I was very young. And the whole thing is just heartbreaking to me, and I just wanted to do something. And it was a very, very successful show. A lot of people came out. A lot of people paid tribute. A lot of people had a good time, and we got to enjoy ourselves in light of the situations that were happening. And the whole time, he's just and even a recent conversation, because I commented on that thread, he came and hit me up. So then he personally came back at me and was talking shit about the show and everything. So that was just my 2 cents. I just wanted to call and show you that
you hit
I'm
a
not scared
nerve
anymore.
because Scotty just posted #enlightened. Hey James, we got to get you back on the show at some point so you can smoke some kale in the office and we can talk some business.
Next 420 bash, I'm ready.
Oh God, the 420 show. Okay, thanks for calling in and thanks for putting your voice and name out there on this. It needs to happen.
No, thank you. And again, this is me talking. It's actually against the advice of one of my band members. He's like, just let it go, just let it go. But me as a person, I'm coming out there. I'm saying it. This is on me. And if you want to come at me, then fucking come at me, bro.
Well, he will. He's private.
Shit.
He's private messaging you right now.
He's gonna slide in those DMs.
Private messages.
We don't need him to get out of the valley anymore. We've already gotten out of the valley, so we're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Maybe he can go back to Lancaster. Thanks for calling, man.
Keep on keeping on.
No problem. Thank you guys.
Bye.
I like. There was one thing he talked about in there that definitely grabbed my attention, and he was talking about promoters who are angling bands, putting pressure on bands. You will not get stage time. You will not get blah blah blah. Hi, I'm Dowdy. I run a podcast that's on a show or a station called Longbox. It's 24/7. It supports local bands. I'm also on another more major airwaves thing.
Yeah.
Promoters like Art Silva next week are coming on this show to promote their show using my platform. So when it comes to, I don't know, I think I think this is a miss. When you want to throw threats and insults or you will never be a part of anything, we're talking the food chain right now. I know it sounds really bold and big of me, but
you can just
little fish, what the fuck are you saying right now? Because if Amric and Tully had not sent me a message this weekend, none of this would be going on. We'd be playing with Legos right now for a game for the show.
Wait, are you serious? They ruined Lego time?
They ruined Lego time.
Oh my god.
And ruining more time.
I
Oh, we
officially
got a
hate
caller.
them.
What's
I
up?
officially hate them now.
Hello?
Ruining more time?
What?
Hello?
Hello, who's this?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Are you Tully?
Am I Tully? No, I'm some Mexican that worked with Tully, though.
Nice.
Oh, what's up, Irv? Sorry, I just called your shit out. What's up, man? What you got?
Why you got to call me Tully, though? Like them's fighting words.
Fighting words.
I'm white, you're Mexican. Fight words, let's go.
Triggered.
Hey, you already said we all look alike in Cali, right?
Just understand my son is half Mexican. I'm allowed to say these comments, right? I'm grandfathered in.
Hey, Chris, I tell you what, I'm only half Mexican, too.
From the waist down? Or from the paycheck
Pretty much. No. From the gut down.
You're really going for it, man.
It's
From the
Irvy's
gut down, I'm half Mexican.
Okay, tell us what you got.
So check it out. I mean, Chris, you know my story, man. And my brand, do you mind if I shout out my brand?
Yeah, send me $25 on the PayPal later. But go ahead, hit it.
Fucking Venmo me a fucking bill or whatever. I don't care. Anyway, so
no, you can say your name. God damn it, dude.
So check it out, man. I'm a transplant. I'm from SoCal. I'm not a Fresno boy. I'm not a 5'9", born whatever you want to call Fresno people. Not that. I'm a transplant.
Sad.
A straight up transplant. I came here in 2006, fell in love with 5'9". I love Fresno. Fresno is my new home. I always tell people Fresno is my blood. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, back in, let's say 2012, I started a brand called Rebel Lion Gear. Rebel Lion Gear or Rebellion Gear, however you want to play the words on. It's based on not conforming and not taking a stand or kneeling. It's just saying, fuck you, this is who we are, this is what we do. Started it just to help reggae music because reggae at that time was still growing. There was a lot of bands.
Hit me with the meat on this, man. Sorry, I'm being radio guy now.
I hear you. Meet up with Tully. He starts helping me. I think he's a good dude. Bashes the music that I'm into, bashes the people that I'm trying to work with, but I still think there's some sort of good in him because I'm trying to make something happen, right? Long story short, we create 559 Fest. We together create 559 Fest. I give the bands the majority of the money of the ticket sales. Let's talk about 80% to the bands, 20 back to us versus 20 to the bands, 80 to us.
Can I perform for you?
I know.
We did it. We took care of the bands. We only asked for a very minimal fee. After the fact, my 16-year-old son started doing stuff for him. And I started saying, hey, look, I'll work for free, no problem. I'm an old man, and I got my career, but you got to start paying my boy. When it comes to the point where, hey, I need money for my son because you're making him work and the boy's still in school and he's staying up late for you and I'm allowing it, you need to show him something that proves that you appreciate it. Doesn't happen. At the end of the day, him and I, we have words. I decide I don't want to work with him or for him or help him. At the end of the day, I'm still doing my thing. He still owes me some money. And I'm blocked. My 16-year-old is blocked. He won't say anything to me or my boy because he knows I'll walk down the street where he works and just throat punch him. Straight up.
Irv, I gotta cut you short on this one, but I love everything you're saying, and you got me. I'm cutting you off mainly because I have a bunch of stuff I want to say now. But we got to bring you on. I know you got an event coming up. We will bring you on and talk about that. Plus, this topic is not going away. I've been doing it for 2+ years. We're gonna do this. So thanks, Irv, for calling in, and I hope we're all even now.
Love you, man. Love you. All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for calling in, man.
So okay, and Irv said a couple things there, and again, I made the joke a couple times tonight. New show. This is because in the past I kept things quiet. Now I've been hearing centrists being a moderate is bad. It's not going to work. You're shit for doing it. Well,
devil.
When you push someone to walk away from middle ground, you just know some shit's going to happen. Some shit's going to go down. When he's talking about good people, I'm someone that even we've had past crew members that I've not wanted to deal with. We've had drama and battles inside the studio, and I've always been one to bend over backwards to help everyone out. That's what he was saying about Tully, trying to find the good in him. But sometimes they're just not good, and sometimes you just got to call it out. And I think that Jamie, again, I'm making a statue for him. I'm going to knock down a Robert E. Lee statue, and I'm putting Cockamamie Jamie up in his place. Look, he's Native American. He belongs on that thing first anyways, right?
Where's your sack of potatoes?
I'm just going to hold this.
Just
the
put it
rest
on
of
your
the
shoulder,
show.
yeah.
And you know what's funny? Because he was talking about getting comments from Tully or whatever. Since this video came out, and I know Tully and Amric, hi guys, how you doing, are listening right now, not one comment. And that bums me out because I can't do this envelope tonight. I really wanted to bust this out.
Yeah,
but
man.
just understand the first message, the first thing, like fire. Dude, I got a torpedo locked and loaded. It's like Trump with his heart on to North Korea right now. I'm ready to fire.
Fire and fury.
We got something good. It's the kill shot engaged. Just hit me. I'm not going to go any more on this topic tonight. I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Good. Because we got more shows of this coming. And I know we got to wrap it up. We've been running long. Justin, you're like, I just want to make a movie, dude.
I said never again. No, seriously, I want to make another movie.
Let's go ahead and take a break. Quickie. So those listening live, don't go pee yet. This is like 30 seconds. We'll come right back. We're going to finish up the show. We got the Dowdies coming up, the awards for the night. Anthony, you've been on it, right?
Sure.
Shit. We're going to sadly close the show. Final plugs, all that stuff. Talk about what's happening next week. We'll be right back. It's a hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM. You're tuned in to hashtag DDP Live here on Longbox.FM. Goodness. Hashtag DDP Live here, live on Longbox.FM, brought to you by Riley's Brewing.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That was good. I like that.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, my
Jesus.
Okay, so real quick. I got shit from people in this room about my Saudi Arabia women driving thing. I made a joke about they're all just brand new, like you unleash children. Yeah. And I made fun of Cotty who runs in the walls. You just high-five somebody and you're still in pain.
I have a bad wrist. It's not supposed to bend that way.
And somehow I'm the Tully in this relationship. This is bullshit. Oh, God. Okay, I got to dig through this. I got the orange envelope I didn't get to unveil tonight, but it's still happening.
Recycled one?
Ticking clock.
There is actual stuff in here. I got...
Whoa. Back it off.
We'll hold it next week.
You got the nuke codes, and you're just releasing them.
I just said, like if this was a Michael Jackson video, I just came out my leather vest with my switchblade and went, you want to dance, bitch? Let's go. You want to hold my hand? Just fire off a text, a message, private message, anything.
DM,
and we go.
DM us.
Do it. Go. And I'm holding the potatoes because apparently I'm a racist asshole. I'm going to dump those potatoes.
It's not just racist.
Let's end the show. We wanted to, right?
Yeah.
We got to the Dowdies. Again, the award, the thing that we do because no one's ever going to give me an award for what I do.
No.
So we're going to fire it off. And new music.
Oh.
I don't know where.
That sounds like the Russian national anthem.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
God damn it, sound guy. This is
good for them.
Again, the Russian national anthem.
Yes, just powerful.
Like
Powerful.
I'll take a knee.
Yeah.
Is that copyrighted?
No, it's a national anthem. You can't copyright that.
It was done like hundreds of years ago.
All right, hashtags of the night. We had a lot. People online were throwing them down. People in the house. Last Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag Last Corey is the last one.
Hashtag Quadpa. I'll take some credit for that
funny.
because
That was good.
I delved into, grandparents' porn.
What?
And, at some point, if you're 70, do you want to see a young, sexy, maybe possibly under 18 just banging away? Or do you want more of your crew?
Yeah. If you're 70, you want a nice, tight 49-year-old.
You'd be throwing some coconut oil on that wrinkle going, I like those wrinkles. Okay, I went too far.
I don't know where you're going with that one.
Save the Wi-Fi. That was just racism. That was Anthony wrote that. That was racism.
You can't just point. You're calling everybody out now.
Just popped up. Irv doubling down. Hashtag fuck shady snakes. I think that might have been about the Lego movie. Brick Madness. Yeah. That's I'm clearly. Best worst joke of the night. Best joke, the sack of potatoes that we passed around.
Yeah.
Not
it's your
so
prop.
much passed.
More like, found its home.
There was a lot of bouncing around. Everyone took a turn tonight. I just held it at the end of the night because I'm a champ. God, more hashtags. Worst. IP4, and I agree. There's no specific reason. Because even on the break, he's like, I'm learning, bro. I got it down. Like, that's cool.
Learning.
You still suck, man. Thanks for the nice chiseled out art that you did at school.
That was really nice of you, by the way.
Yeah. It was pretty sexy.
Whoa.
Honorable mention. James Collier.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip that and say James Collier.
Cool.
What's his name? No, never mind. That was the wrong thing. I'm thinking of the wrong swelled up downtown Fresno guy. I'm thinking Hoots, James.
Oh,
totally.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to James the Caller.
Let's put down worst joke for that one. You get double
We've got
down.
a new winner.
Double down, Dowdy.
Here's the question: who is the MVP of the night?
Tully?
Sack of potatoes.
He's pointing at me, so I got to say him. That's how that works.
Well, wait, you don't just get to pick if you're the winner.
No.
Kyle.
Kyle was pointing at you?
Yeah. I was only referencing a thing that was happening, not actually anointing myself.
It out.
Yeah.
Then I think since we have no consensus, we have to find the right one. And a lot of what happened tonight had to do with
heavy.
one person. One person ignited the passion in me to do something. A man who stood up, regardless of whatever screen time, whatever stage time he could have, Cockamamie Jamie.
Yeah.
Stepping up and taking it. So for
Jamie. There it is.
It's his song. It's Orca. You can find it on the station.
Except for Cockamamie Jamie.
You're a Fresno hero. Fresno hero.
Yeah. I'm whiteboying it right now. Arms up. Justin knows it too. He's throwing down.
Stay classy, it reads with rhinestones and emeralds and a truck jewel medallion made of Goldberg's genitals.
And Jamie, you don't get that much time. So, good show. Let's Justin, final shots. What do you got? How do we find you? The movie, all that
BrickMadness.com, Facebook.com/Brick Madness. Go to any of those things. Go to IMDb. If you saw the movie at Tower Theater or at the other place at Edward Cinema where I played it, if you saw it either of those places, go to IMDb and give it a rating and give it a review. That would be spectacular.
Wait, you got an IMDb?
I totally have an IMDb.
Official.
I've had it for years, and I have a whole bunch of stuff up on there because I fill in all those things. Yeah, so I fill in quotes, famous quotes for the movie. Like, you would think that normal movie directors wouldn't do that because other people would fill that stuff in, but no, I have to promote. So I put that up there. I put on trivia. I put in goofs. I put in all that nonsense to make it look like my movie has actually seen other people.
Do you have to pay for that?
No. You have to pay for IMDb Pro, but that is not part of IMDb Pro. Anyone can do that stuff right now. You can put some bullshit on there right now.
You have to pay to get your movie in the theater, though, right?
For when I played my movie, yeah, absolutely, I rented.
Is there any chance that Edward says, if you say anything bad about us, that you can't? Have
no, they don't. That's not in the contract. They don't say that. Who would do that? Do you have an example possibly about someone who would do something like that? Yes,
what's going to happen next week? The next time we see Brick Madness is actually going to be in Layton because he's not allowed in Fresno anymore because he's attached to me, and you just don't want to be a part of that.
Yep.
Your stage time is gone.
On the wall of an Arco. Playing up in Layton.
The only Arco.
Oh, fuck. Thanks for this tonight, everyone. Tickets were handed out. Jen won the tickets to see the Friday the 13th show. We will have more tickets next week, and Art's going to be here, and he's going to be drinking some Riley's Brewing. So there's a chance that we're going to give out just a lot of tickets because I've seen Art when he's having a good time and drinking. So just be listening live next week. It'll be Wednesday night. We're changing. Oh, by the way, Anthony, Wednesday night.
We're back to Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday night live. I don't have my son, and I know what's going to happen that night. It's going to be insane. We're going to have a lot of people, and there's going to be some titties in the room. So, something for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm in trouble now. Thanks.
He's not legally engaged, so we.
His girlfriend's going to be here next week.
Our peanut gallery is going to be here. They both like titties. That's it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out as long as you have. And, make the Fresno scene better. And stop doing stupid shit on Facebook, Tully. Just stop. Just stop. Because sometimes the wrong person can bend you over harder than you think you can bend everyone else.
Nice.
And I'm not going to stop. Because I'm weird like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to dry hump my mattress to you tonight.
What?
And for that, this is Dowdy saying for everyone in the room, Justin, my crew,
Word.
You've been watching #DDP Live on Longbox.FM. The opinions expressed on #DDP Live aren't necessarily those of staff, management, or sponsors of Longbox.FM. If you have been offended in any way during this presentation, you should have turned it off long ago. #DDP Live is a presentation of Longbox.FM.